guys, it's Amber, and this is going to be my review of the NYX Butt Naked Eyes palette that just launched. And this is what the box looks like, the front of the box, and that is the back of the box. What's great about this palette is that there are 15 great size eyeshadows in this, as well as 4 blushes, 2 different shades of bronzer, and a really nice face highlighter as well. So for $25, you cannot beat this palette at all. I picked mine up for $19 at Ulta, and it was a promo that they were running, I think, for the holidays. So it is a great value for the price. And what is so fabulous about this palette compared to the Naked palettes by Urban Decay is that there are actually a lot of matte shades in this palette. Not just matte shades, but there are also some pearl finish shades as well. The other thing is, if you're a shimmer kind of girl, I do love my shimmers. I'm not bashing those. There are shimmers in here as well, but they're not all chunky glitter shimmers, which is so nice. If you're a cool toned individual, this palette is going to be, it's just gonna rock your world. So here is what the colors look like up close. I have full swatches of these on GlamTrotter.com because a lot of times these YouTube videos don't really show the true quality of those swatches. But like I said, the fact that there are so many mattes in this, as well as shimmers and pearl finished shades, this is a must palette. The other cool thing, if you can see, let me switch hands, down here, this is a very nice matte black. It is very, very close to matte carbon, if not a dupe for matte carbon right here. This is a nice chocolate matte brown. If you wanted to do a smoky eye but with a purple look, this purple right here is fabulous for that. And if you wanted to do a chocolate smoky eye, these colors right here, just another great option. And then you've got the black, if you want to do a classic black and gray smoky eye. You have got a smoky palette and a neutral palette all in one. Honestly, that is my ideal palette because I do switch between sort of day looks and night looks quite frequently, and to have that all in this palette is amazing. It is really a dream come true for me. Another thing, when I was swatching these for my blog, I was really impressed that these are not chalky. I was concerned about them being that they're a little bit less pricey, that they may be chalky in texture and less pigmented, but you do not sacrifice pigmentation with this palette. I was very impressed with that. As a matter of fact, I have on, if you guys can see, I have on that matte black right here in my crease, in my outer V. I have a color that reminds me a lot of Pistol, which is right here, Pistol from the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. I've got that in the center, and then I've also got this sort of bone ivory matte color as my highlight up here, in my highlight in my inner corner. And then I've used this light pink, very light pink color to sort of blend out all of the colors. So I really am in love with this. I can't say enough about the shadows. If it was just the shadows in this palette, I would still pay the money. But as a bonus, you do get this little, let me shut this, make it a little easier so I don't break my new palette. There's a little drawer below the eyeshadows that slides out, and you do get 4 blushes. You see those on that top row. They've outdone themselves with the shadows, but to get the nice variety of blushes and the bronzer and the highlighter, it makes this palette such a great palette to travel with as well, because the size isn't too big and bulky, and you've got kind of everything in one palette. Another great point to make about this palette is that, unlike the Urban Decay Naked palette, which, by the way, I am not bashing. I am a huge Urban Decay junkie. Love my Urban Decay shadows, okay? So I'm not bashing it. I'm just trying to give you guys a baseline in comparison. But a lot of times with both Naked palettes, because I do have both, I only use a handful of the shades in those palettes out of the 12. In this palette, I could use every single shade in this palette. And that is a huge plus for me, and I think makes this an even better value because they are very wearable shades. And especially if you want a day look or a night look, you've got both options. So I am actually going to give away one of these because I am that much of a believer. I do have an extra that I purchased, and I want to give this away to one of my subscribers. I've got that on my blog. So when you go check out my blog for the full swatches, that's GlamTrotter.com, you can also enter to win that giveaway for this exact palette, and I will ship it to you right away and gladly because I'm that excited to share this with you guys. So check out the blog, check out those swatches, get yourself entered into my NYX Butt Naked Eyes giveaway, and I will talk with you guys in my next video.